If you want instant change, you need knowledge. Plus, how Dr. Joe Dispenza explains how you can change in an instant so that you can make these dramatic shifts in your life. That's what you're going to be learning in this video. And if you stay to the end, you're going to understand the whole process, exactly how you can change in an instant. Welcome back to another video. I'm Max. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button, that bell icon, so that you get notified whenever I post, which is at the moment every day. And I'm sticking at this for as long as I can until I physically can't do anymore. That's the goal. I love making content, that's the long and short of it. And I definitely love making videos about Joe Dispenza because I study his work every single day. Every single day. I'm probably a Joe Dispenza mega fan. You know those Avengers mega fans? If there was a convention for Joe Dispenza, I'd probably be at the convention. Probably. Who knows? Maybe I will one day. Maybe I'll start the convention. So when it comes to change is actually a very easy thing because all it really comes down to is one moment, one decision, and one instant. It won't necessarily happen right this second on this video. It may, and it genuinely could. Like, you could literally, after this video, change your whole life now. You generally could. It's more than possible. And I'm making a presentation for a company I'm going to be working at or working with, and I was talking about how change is possible, and all it comes down to is one decision. And this is what I learned from Joe Dispenza. If you want to change, you make the decision that I'm going to change. Now, this may take 1 year to get to this decision. It may take 5 years. It may even take 10 years. But there's one point over that period of time, that year, that 5 years, that 10 years, where you just say, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I've had enough. And you make the change. So is it easy? No. Is it simple? Yes. I want you to understand one simple concept. And so does Joe Dispenza. And I hope you do too, at the end of the day. When we have a profoundly emotional event, we begin to attach meaning, which also means we will remember exactly what went on. Now, this could be good. This could be bad. It doesn't matter exactly what it is. It just has to be a highly emotional event. And two great examples. One, being proposed to or proposing to someone. You will remember probably what you were wearing. You will probably remember how you were feeling. You will remember the scene, what was going on. You probably remember their face. You could probably even describe the earrings that they were wearing, potentially. Versus, so that's obviously the love, the joy, the excitement side of things. Versus something like 9/11. Something like the pandemic that's going on right now. You will not forget 2020. You just won't. Anyone will ask you, what was 2020 like? Oh my God, it was the worst year of my life. What did you do in 2019? You know what? I don't actually remember. Reason being is there isn't a reason to remember. What did I do in 2018? I can't really remember anything. I don't really remember much. The reason I remember 2019 actually, was it 2019? Or was it 2018? I think it was 2019. The reason I remember 2019 was because I went to do ayahuasca in February. Because again, it was a highly emotional experience. The reason I remember going out to Bali in 2018 is because, again, it was a highly emotional experience. I loved every minute. I enjoyed myself. I felt peaceful every single day. I did yoga. I literally loved every moment of it. So when we feel something emotionally, we attach meaning. So what does this meaning mean? How can we use this to make changes in an instant? Now, change happens from a piece of knowledge combined with an experience. A piece of knowledge combined with an experience. Third time's always lucky. A piece of knowledge, K, combined plus E. K plus E. Knowledge plus experience equals change. Knowledge plus experience equals change. Knowledge plus experience equals change. That's what I want to drill into your head. Now that you know that knowledge plus experience equals change, you take wisdom from it. I also want you to understand one word. Awareness. Awareness. Knowledge plus experience equals change, and I want to drill into your mind today that awareness is key. If you are aware of what you're thinking, you can choose to make the decision to change. If you are aware that you don't like smoking, you realize that this is painful for you, knowledge, this is gonna kill you quicker. Experience, you have a negative experience with smoking. Let's say someone loses their life from smoking. The decision is, I'm never going near that ever again. If you don't have an emotional life experience, you can stay attached to something that is actually negative because it's more familiar to the body. And this is exactly what Joe Dispenza talks about. When something is familiar to the body, The body will act it out easily because we are habitual beings. And plus, I want you to know this. If there's a fight between the emotional mind and the logical mind, emotion always wins. Logic never even stands a chance against emotion, because emotion is literally like a toddler stamping their feet versus someone who is, let's say a babysitter, who's not very well trained as being a babysitter, and the logical mind is, no, you need to go to bed. Toddler stamps their feet. Okay, well, yeah, you can stay up. Essentially, that's the connection and the bridge I can give you. When the emotional mind feels some negative feeling, anxiety, fear, stress, the logical mind says, but there's no need to be stressed. It's literally like that babysitter that is not trained in being a babysitter and just saying, okay, just feel a little bit more anxiety just to be okay. I don't want you to be angry. I don't want you to stamp your feet anymore. That's going to continuously happen until you make the shift. Now, when we are aware of what we are thinking, exactly as Joe Dispenza says, so we want to go from thinking to doing to being. Head to hands to heart. Head, hands, heart. Head, hands, heart. Again, I'm going to drill this into you. What is the formula for change? K plus E equals C. Maybe I've just reinvented the new Einstein E equals MC squared. I may be on something here. I may be on something here. But essentially that's what it comes down to. Knowledge plus experience equals change. Go from thinking about it, thoughts, head, to doing it, hands, to being it, heart. Head, hands, heart. Now, the real formula for the whole of Joe Dispenza's work... The real formula for Joe Dispenza's work is coming down to one simple thing. You can have the knowledge and you can still not change because it's not a program in the subconscious. It's just not. You can read a book, you can get the information, but you may not act out upon the information. It's very easy to take knowledge from a book and not apply it. So we need to have some form of transcendental experience. Now, what is a transcendental experience? And this is why Joe Dispenza uses meditation as his terminology and his key to making shifts in your life. In order to have a transcendental experience, we need to either you have two options, do deep spiritual work. Now, deep meditation, deep hypnosis, lucid dreaming, astral projection, all those kind of things. But then you also have the ability to do that externally, plant medicine. And you can do it with plant medicine. I would always recommend to anyone, do the spiritual work stuff, do the spiritual work first, because you don't want to jump right into plant medicine if you haven't researched it. I will always say to anyone, please do your research, because it can be very traumatic. It was for me. And I'm probably going to do a 2-year roundup on what I learned from ayahuasca, actually, because it was a very traumatic experience. And the first documentary was a bit too hectic and it was edited very badly. So not many people watched it, I don't think. But I'm going to definitely do that. But it was such a traumatic experience that I will never forget that. I just won't, because it was so scary. It was so traumatic. It was so painful. It made me realize how grateful I am today to be here, to be breathing, to be seeing, to be hearing, to being in to being in the sensory world, to being able to use my senses. So if you truly want to change your life in an instant, you need knowledge. So this is where it comes down to making the decision to learn every single day. You can have days off, you can. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you have to be some sort of reading robot and just read every day of your life. But gain information, gain knowledge, gain wisdom from these great teachers like Joe Dispenza. That's why I make these videos, because he teaches me and I can teach you. It's a sort of a knock-on effect that people have in life. Hopefully one day people that watch my videos are going to be able to teach other people, or come to my events are going to be able to teach other people with the knowledge they've got from myself, which will just be fulfilling in itself. And I can't wait for that to happen. But if you want to see changes in your life, you need knowledge. So you need to be putting into action every day. What can I learn? What do I want to learn about? If you have anxiety, you need to study anxiety. What helps people reduce anxiety? Still speak to mentors, still speak to therapists, still speak to coaches. That's what I do. But that doesn't take away from the work that I do every single day. In aspect of away from all that, it's good to get the information from those people, but also start getting the information for yourself from books, from videos, from podcasts, all these type of things. And even when you do a lot of deep meditation and deep spiritual work, you start to just channel information, and it just comes out of nowhere. I've done it a couple of times with some videos actually. Someone's cutting the grass. There we go. Right, it keeps focusing on the Buddha's face. There we go. Focus on me. Focus on me. I'm the star of the show. Going back to the formula of we need awareness. Awareness is everything. What is everything? Awareness is everything. Yes, that's right. I heard you. Awareness, awareness, awareness. Awareness is everything. Awareness is everything. When you're aware of something, you can begin to make the shifts. So, knowing that awareness is everything, and if you want to put this in the comments, put it in the comments so that you know the lessons, so that you can just make sure that I know that you know. That's what I want to do. I want to help you by making sure that I know that you know by putting it in the comments, if that makes sense. And if it doesn't make sense anyway, just put the word awareness in the comments, and then just put something, I am aware, something like that. So once you are aware, then we need the knowledge. As I said, knowledge plus experience equals change. Now the experience is the transcendental moment if you want instant change. Instant change. Instant change. Instant change. Instant change. Instant change. If you want instant change, you need knowledge plus experience. Right, I'm turning it into a song. It's just come to me. If you want instant change, you need knowledge plus experience. Knowledge plus experience equals change. If you want instant change, you need knowledge plus experience. If you want instant change, you need knowledge plus experience. If you want instant change, you need knowledge plus experience. The experience is the transcendental moment. So like I said, doing your deep hypnosis, and if you want any more on hypnosis, click in the link below, because there's my self-hypnosis course that you can get, that you can understand self-hypnosis, to put yourselves into these states, to have these transcendental experiences, so that you can have your experience while gaining your knowledge, which equals change. Exactly, guys, exactly. So that really is the formula for instant change with Dr. Joe Dispenza. Knowledge plus experience equals change. With that being said, have an amazing day. Keep spreading love, kindness, and so much positivity. Hey, baby.